Exactly.
After that, that's when Liquid wasn't there. Now Liquid's here. Liquid, the team who's already taken a map off them alongside KC, to now try and win a series.
Team Liquid lost a little steam back on Pearl, but they never lost the clutch factor. The player to watch from Liquid is Daiki. This time piloting the Sage, a very different look for her. On the other side though, Noya, the star of Pearl, with the chamber this time around. Already, Team Liquid testing into mid, but calling out of it early.
Yeah, you see Shopify was worried about some kind of mid-split. Those are very potent with Sage comps. Instead, it's just the chamber anchoring. Noya holding down the fort on A.
Playing an off angle. Giving them the cross, now step straight into Bizarra. And that's the encouragement. That's all Team Liquid need to know. No Noya, no hold, as they blitz into the site.
This retake will be so challenging. Sage Wall is one of the strongest abilities in a pistol, and that simplifies the post plant for Liquid.
The only real way in for Shopify will be Dodonut. Issa guarding, and does so nicely. Now without more pressure onto the flank. Did they just do a gun swap?
Yeah. See Alexis smirking about it.
She's like, Sarah, go get some kills. I don't want the pressure of it this round. I'm just the Sage.
One enemy remaining.
Unfortunately, while Sarah's blinded up, it means Team Liquid will get a pistol, something that eluded them all through Pearl.
Yeah, they lost both pistols, both bonus rounds on that map. Not the case here. And well, the setup was strong for Shopify. They were waiting for something in mid. The crux of it is that you just can't get owned if you're the chamber, right? You are such a pivotal piece of that round. And well, unfortunately for Noya, she just got executed. A stunning shot. Pretty much wins the round there and then for Liquid.
There's going to be a lot of more pressure on Noya too, trying to play around the Viper utility, whether it's the wall or the orb into main. It's a little bit tougher to find your angles.
And the last time they played this Sunset, she was excellent.
Shopify are on a full walk down mid. Now with Dodo distracting. Oh, I tell a lie, Dodo gets the kill. Daiki is just going to wall them in to try and guarantee the cross on over. She only has a ghost in hand, so will fully stall out the flank while the rest of her team takes some liberties back into Shopify spawn.
There's an extra 8 seconds for her. That's enough to send Shopify packing. They'll go all the way back through spawn, but Team Liquid have fought forward in this post plant, have very strong angles with their rifles.
There are only concerns for Liquid if Jelly and Bizarra run into trouble. That's a strange angle. Shopify realize it now. So these players on Liquid start inching backwards, not overcommitting. If they die up there, they give up a gun.
Poison's off.
They play on their utility, they can just farm, but it's another shot. A good one out of Shopify in the utility, overloading Issa backside. The response is there for Liquid, low time on the clock. And with the finishing blow dealt, Team Liquid will take this second round, but lose another player on the way out.
All things considered, Shopify won that round. They may not have it on the board, but the money is ruined for Liquid. And this is how it started. Down mid, some great movement from Dodo. And a couple great shots from Noya with that damage. So now Shopify have the guns. And on this defensive side, the name of the game is your double sentinel setup. How you move that around the map. You have such amazing stall utility with the Sage, and you have such a possibility for aggression.
Noya up in front of that door, but the good dart will spot her out still.
Spike down mid.
Clean, one shot and gone.
Did not matter. Bizarra executed, and well, Noya very quickly out.
Well, this is unfortunate for Daiki.
Luckily for her, that wall went down very early, so if she's patient, she'll eventually get into B. But playing a mirror with the Sage, when you only have one initiator, it is very hard to deal with the chamber, who is that proactive. You have a dart that comes back every 60 seconds, you have a drone, but everything else just takes fundamentals, jiggling.
Yeah, Team Liquid bank a lot on the power of the Viper, giving you control over A main, but when it comes to execing onto a site onto B, you have a little bit less to work with.
And even towards A, if you don't threaten that, the chamber is one of the few agents that is willing to step ahead of that Viper utility.
You're right, but Team Liquid actually throwing down a vertical wall as Dodonut gets a kill down in mid. Team Liquid getting a little bit funky here with 2 players
seconds
moving
left.
back into market. Good control over the site, even down in numbers. Gives them some opportunities. As I say that, Noya continues to get kills through smoke she has no business securing. Daiki has a pocket to play in, though. Daiki is inside of an orb, too. Oh, man, Daiki with the Vandal, too. Noya with that 6th sense once more. But after taking her down to 10 HP on the spam means Sarah will get that round.
Got creative for Liquid. Had some fun with the Sage, but it won't come to an actual round. SRG managed to shut this down, and this is the start I'm talking about. You have to be so careful about that chamber because Noya can be challenging there. She can be swinging into weird angles in A, different opportunities of how to do it into either of the extremities as well. And you top that all off with her being able to fight up, and then even once you shoot away, 16 seconds of slow orbs and a wall. This is a comp that is all about IGLing around your opponent's sentinels.
So we'll be tracking when those walls go down very closely. We'll be seeing how effective Team Liquid can be at baiting out early orbs. Right now just testing into the mid space, trying to see if Issa can get in front of the one-way on A2.
Very often in this kind of match, the mid will be the solve because that's the hardest to hold. Sage is not effective there, really.
But this reclear on A is really definitive in the round. Wall ready to go up. As 3 players face on into Sarah. Heather for a little bit of extra stall, and Shopify have 3 members here. It's not so easy for Team Liquid to continue moving forward, so Daiki will go back into mid.
But if Team Liquid are calling back, they don't really have map control. There's still a chamber B main. In mid, a Sage wall just got placed.
Exactly.
That won't be gone until 15 seconds.
And with the chamber trip top mid too, it's full lockdown on this front. Team Liquid just going straight on through it regardless. Wall to protect the right-hand side, but still quick rotations mean that with this slow orb down, all of a sudden Dodonut in prime position to cut into Liquid. What a timing taken, seized by the duelist. And as the rest of Shopify turn around, Daiki and Jelly a little bit all over the place, trying to go for this last second res with 20 seconds left on the clock, but keep your eyes on B main. Noya is waiting. It's a plant for backside. Try and ignore this chamber.
But she's so patient, waiting for the right moment. Her teammates will wrap back towards market, choosing not to go into the stacked spawn. And the more pressure they can provide, all the more dangerous Noya becomes.
Team Liquid, here a fade. See the chamber, deal with her. Daiki continues to impress.
One enemy remaining.
Another moment seized. Daiki has done so much again. Sarah has to match, but there's no way she's going to be able to do that. Team Liquid keep it strong here for 3rd round.
Mel beat Daiki 2 years ago in a final. And my God, did she take that personally?
Daiki goes in the time chamber for 2 years for this moment.
Just all that pent-up rage waiting to come out. And not only is she the one who gets the majority of the important kills here, but the res as well to bring her teammates back.
Exactly.
Boa! Nice, Daiki.
And you remember that these 2 teams have only ever played that one time in the grand final too. It's not like Daiki's ever had a shot to do this again.
Been waiting for this moment for so long, and I was ready to write that round off with the Sage utility. But now they're here with Shopify down on an eco, in control of Sunset.
I like the way Team Liquid have been pressuring B main the last few rounds too. Daiki always placing the slow orb to stall out any early B main aggression.
Making sure that Noya hasn't weaseled her way in.
It also guarantees a free orb if Team Liquid are playing with bodies behind it.
And we'll talk of weaseling. Noya is tucked into that close box. Memories of that one from a previous GCC.
Maybe not so concerning as Daiki gets that kill and Jelly follows through as well. So Team Liquid confidently here, move back towards the B site. Nobody home on Shopify.
This team is so interesting to me because, I was talking about this map 1. I don't think I've seen the, The map
I'm sorry.
changed, Jelly.
I don't think Jelly has planted the spike since before the map changes. She just tried to plant in the old corner.
That's really funny.
Oh, that's great.
What I was saying is that I feel like I haven't seen the Jelly takeover game, but she plays so much Neon. It's really just half the time she's sacrificing herself for like Jajina and Daiki to be the heroes of these rounds. Anyways, maybe she needs to scrim planting the spike a little more.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking about it too. I think Jelly was playing Gecko previously on Old Sunset for MIBR, so never actually planted the spike herself even.
Never worked a day in her life.
Yeah, Wingman just wasting away at the 9-5. Another spike hits the floor. And as more and more members of Shopify follow suit, a team ace on this anti-eco.
Four 1 up now for Liquid, and they've really been winning, at least on that rifle round, with these late calls. That one where they went up towards mid, the pistol as well.
Ooh, gnarly shot. Daiki 8-2 right now, by the way.
And same on to the kill on Noya. So Shopify were going to call a timeout here.
Good comms.
I heard Boa at the end. I understood that.
Yeah. Well, Team Liquid are laying down some really interesting comms, some great ideas in the mid round.
Certainly.
Shopify gonna try and call a timeout here and figure out what exactly is going wrong.
What's interesting to me is that Noya has not had an opportunity to buy an operator yet. Normally that's one of your biggest things when you're playing Chamber. Here she has the Chamber off. But what makes it difficult is playing into a Viper comp. Normally every day of the week, she will be in A main, hanging out with refreshable one-ways, living her best life. Here it's so much harder. You have to take a big risk stepping through. So instead, you probably look to set her up either somewhere in mid, or you need to send helpers to get her on a line in A.
Yeah, or maybe do it later in the round. If you hear a Sova drone go down, all of a sudden there's no more scouting because Team Liquid are playing with only the one initiator.
But of course, Liquid know this, so you see how they're setting up at the start of this round, leaning heavier towards A main, this time with a new Viper wall in mid.
This is wild. Some ideas to just isolate the market fight where the operator is. Noya steps in front of the door again. Last time was punished. This time waits out both pings and just barely misses.
That was a haircut onto Jelly. She's lucky to be alive. The orb is still here on A main, so Liquid can walk back in and claim this space relatively easily.
Wall down at 40 seconds. So some insurance bought for now on Shopify. Sarah also has the Nightfall, so Team Liquid are going to try and keep it quiet and sneak up on the fade.
Careful here.
If they make too much noise, that Nightfall instantly stops the hit.
It's essentially going to be a 2-on-5 on this site.
The wall's still here for another 15 seconds. Stun's coming in regardless. Paranoia onto the site. Jelly slides on in. But as Sarah turns and digs her heels in, Sarah rips Team Liquid apart. What a round. From the fade, Shopify Rebellions come back swinging.
Alexis got no kills that round, but what she had was a slow orb. And that's how Sarah could so perfectly isolate each and every one of these fights. As we watch it back, her movement is absolutely impeccable. But the main reason it's possible is because all of these players were fragmented up. There's one, caught in the open, no swing, a TP, and, well, it's easy pickings for Sarah. And also, as you mentioned, that wall never dropped, so Dodo could slide on in and support her team and essentially get a funnel for the flood.
Quick response from Team Liquid. Paranoia immediately on the left-hand side. Slows down too, and Jelly is cut apart. This Hunter's Fury trying to get something back for Liquid, but no kills are found.
And now Jajina up mid, taking her timing to walk out.
Now holding market, that's the spike.
Spike down
And now with the
mid.
Paranoia. Noya isolates, does not secure the kill. This round is getting ridiculous. A
She
teleport
didn't
back into
spawn.
spawn, exactly. Jujina is waiting for Alexis, takes her out. And now Jujina, constant problem in the backhand side. Team Liquid fight back through B main. They have themselves a site.
And a pit as well in the post plant. It's a tough ask for Shopify to retake, but Sarah has two prowlers.
Sarah chooses to flank herself. And now Shopify on the other side of the gas. Sarah steps in. Now she's gone.
And that was the only tool they could have used to get back in, gone.
How else do you make this happen? Dodonut lays down some spam, but instantly runs on out.
With an op, you just can't. It's a safe call. Sarah took a huge risk making the play she did, hoping she could find a timing. But instead dies for it, loses her prowlers, and they lose the round.
That was a round that there were like 3 different fights happening around the map, in Spawn, in Market, in B main. But I think Team Liquid just won more of those duels straight up.
They did, and I think that they also, in recognizing that chaos, they made a lot of the right plays. One of them was Georgina, taking that timing up mid and then TPing further up to get the fight into CT. This is the one I'm talking about, where she cuts the rotation. And that causes so much chaos that no one else from Shopify can actually go and help Mel. So she gets traded 1-for-1. That sets up this post plan, and Team Liquid win the round.
Team Liquid again, heavy over A. Seem to have found the solution. Going to show a similar round. And this spam bullying Sarah a bit. Jelly wants another shot at things as the slow orb comes down. Stops the advance for the time being. Tether 2 and another slow. Shopify Rebellion have spent everything they have to stall this out in the first 20 seconds.
That's an attacker Sage wall, by the way, blocking off towards elbow.
It is, but look at mid. Noya waiting for these players. The wall, of course, can come up.
Yeah, a drone, a wall. There's no way they let her get away.
Wait, no, she's boosted on a Sage wall. So was able to see over that Viper wall they saw the round before.
Still, with the drone, she can't get it done. So now, Team Liquid hold in the mid round for a moment and wait for this flank from Mel.
Mel is coming all the way forward. That's the duelist gone. Team Liquid thought they could pivot back into A, but because Mel had all this control, solving the map for Shopify seemed so simple. Sure, there's a res coming online now, but Team Liquid have very few options as long as Noya is alive. Some bait, that's great movement from Jelly, baiting away the shot. Now Mel sits back into the site, and with the dart tagging her up, this site belongs to Liquid except for Noya. The only player to fire back.
Can't use this yet.
And this time, Team Liquid hold a forward line.
Jelly is the one to fight forward here to get ahead as Shopify try and get out of the smoke. She has a crossfire now.
Dodo will be the tip of the spear for Shopify. But there's so much stall. Finally, the walls come up. Dodo cut down. Where is the rest of Shopify? There's no answer. Nothing to be said to these Team Liquid players. It is crispy, it is nice. But Noya falls regardless.
Where the game keeps falling apart for Shopify is how consistently Team Liquid have managed to dominate mid control in the mid round. They're never taking it immediately, but when they get shoot away from either extremity, they're almost always retaking that. Mel realized it this time, got that pick, but watch these fights. Through Market.
Last player standing.
The late round calling combined with the solid fights in post-plant has been a signature of Liquid's. Even in games that Liquid are winning or close, Shopify have been dominating them in terms of first kills. It just speaks volumes to the clutch factor of Liquid.
Now an eco for Shopify. Team Liquid, after leaving this space for a bit, posture up in towards A main, and kick Shopify out.
It's not flashy, but every round Team Liquid have put pressure into A main, Sarah has been chipped away at, playing around the green box on the left-hand side.
Noya has started mid a lot of rounds, but she's never there really in the late round to actually be able to get something done when these rotates come through. Because look, again, Shopify will set up for the mid fight.
They step on through that smoke. It's a good trade at first, and well, there's not much to come after that one.
And well, Shopify doesn't get a ton of kills from that. Oh, I say that too soon. Dodo
Down mid.
has cut this to a 2-on-2, and guns are down.
That's the thing, right? Spike secured. Noya chooses just to play with the Headhunter, wants to get back onto this A site quickly, going all the way back into spawn.
And look where Jelly's going. Walks upstairs. But that leaves Bizarra alone.
Circles around one another.
Spike planted.
Noya seen by this drone. Yep. And that's going to tell Jelly exactly how to play this one out. Now Dodo facing the wrong direction. Almost caught Jelly on the drop. It would have to be a miracle. What do you got, Noya? Absolutely nothing. A 4-piece for Jelly after that mid-fight nearly went horribly wrong.
That does show to me that Shopify have recognized the biggest issue right now on their defense. That they're setting up to, at that about 1 minute mark, go back in and re-clear mid. Now we need to see how they can apply that to the rifle rounds. Because even though they hit some excellent shots, it was again this crux you keep talking about where Team Liquid, even when they lose an opener, even when it looks bad, they're always bailing themselves out in these post plants, in these late rounds. They're just so clutch in these chaotic positions.
Yes. Noya stepping up into the EMEA. Oh, whoa, 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 Dodo's fighting on the other side too. Daiki turns right around on Noya.
Looking mid.
Oh yeah, all of a sudden this pop ready from Jelly. Nice movement out of Dodo. Steps in for the kill. But Jujina has come into a ridiculous position. Teleports away. What a move.
But her leaving concedes this body top mid. A res available for Shopify. And Shopify's still comfortable with their amount of map control.
Mel falls off the A main line because Shopify just want to play numbers and play for the res. And while this is a good strategy on paper, how many times this series have Shopify been up numbers in a late round and still lost?
These are the rounds Liquid wins. Daiki has a wall to simplify this post round. Jujina still has a full kit of utility, and look at the names, Daiki and Jujina.
I was going to say, you make it sound so complicated. Just the fact that Daiki is alive is enough to strike fear into the heart of Shopify.
Those two have done so much damage in rounds like this. If you're the back-to-back, she can still TP. No, doesn't have a second.
Is out of it. So the high angle gone. Shopify in Shin. And Dodo's waiting to activate on the flank. Needs the rest of her team to pull some pressure. Paranoia blinds up Jujina. It's about to explode in just a moment. There's the first shot from Mel. Rest of Shopify come around the other side. It is lights out. There you go. Shopify Rebellion convert the numbers advantage and we'll take a third round.
You see the amount of thought they had to put into that, though. They take it so slow, are thorough with every piece of utility. They know how important that round was.
Absolutely. Team Liquid not leaving any room for error, so you gotta be locked in.
There.
And now can try to build a little bit back here.
This was a big adjustment for Shopify, fighting very heavy for both extremities. And even when they've done that before, where they've gotten caught is the re-mid fights. Here, they were ready for it. Dodo, after being in A main, runs back mid to catch Team Liquid in transition.
Well, right after Shopify went around, we've got a moment to breathe here. This isn't one of the coaches calling a pause. We got a tech issue we've got to sort out for a moment before these teams can get back onto the field of play. This series has already been a long one, and this is just going to add a little bit more suspense before the last two rounds, before this half ends.
You know, even if you're a Shopify fan, I think you have to have missed Liquid. Because when they weren't at the tournament, the games were just too boring, man.
True.
They stomp everyone else last year to win that trophy.
Ooh, we got. It looks like maybe a coach problem
Is it
there.
a diagnosis coach problem?
You know what?
Effie's fault?
Are we talking about the series or the tech issue?
The tech issue.
Okay.
Oh, it's a monitor.
It's a monitor issue. See, I was hoping that we were going to be told that he just like popped off so hard after they won the round that his PC came unplugged.
Do you really think Effie's would pop off so hard his PC would fall on the ground?
No, I could imagine like maybe a muted like fist bump in the air or like 3 claps. That's the face of a man who stays calm.
For the most part. I think he gets angry sometimes. Still talking through the issue.
Making sure he can speak to his players, making sure it's all looking good there. So that's a little bit longer. All these coaches and teams consider their options moving forward.
These are the two rosters that really have the biggest investment in this scene. Think about what gets put behind them for Liquid. If you followed their scene, I mean, Brazil is huge in Game Changers. They play almost every match on LAN for their main events. They have multiple salaried, signed organizations, 2 of which are represented here. But even more, you think of teams like Loud, who have been there for a long time, and GC as well.
Well, while these teams are going to be considering their options, we are going to be able to have another option ourselves instead of just continuing this podcast. This week, Carmine Corp gave the defending champs a real scare, and we spoke with Mel about the match in this Omen player moment.
Hello, my name is Mel, and I'm the in-game leader for Shopify Rebellion Gold. We just had a good match versus K-Core, and we're feeling pretty good after that one. I wouldn't say doubt, but I would say a little bit of frustration after map 2. You know, Haven is a map that historically we don't lose. I think we took a step back and realized, yo, we gotta play our own game here. And as you could tell on map 3, that's exactly what we did. Glance, your Sova recons, bro, they got me every time. And 2, Alkia, she was putting me down on Haven. I will say that, I gotta give her kudos.
Alexis gonna be overwhelmed here though. Goes down swing, gonna take one. Neuer! Oh, yeah, line him up, knock him down. Go on, Glance.
We've really learned this year to play to our win condition, which is playing together the best as a team, and our macro has been our biggest focus this year. I think anyone on my team can step up to the moment and rise to the occasion, and I think that's been our greatest strength. To all the fans, just know I'm jealous of you guys right now because this matchup is gonna be a banger. Enjoy the show.
Well, Lisan Mel Gaib knew that this match was going to be a banger.
Me, I'm enjoying.
It's a good one. It's a good one. But it is Shopify Rebellion trailing by 4 rounds. You know, she was talking about how anyone on the team could step up and be the hero. And while we've seen that in the first 2 maps, this map has not had that one player at the tip of your tongue. Maybe Mel could be that player herself. Look at this Nightfall pushing the players into Mel. Up into tiles. Mel held by Jelly, and this round falls apart.
Careful here.
Such a bold play to make out of a timeout. But it fails. And now Liquid, they slow down. Play this advantage out. Shopify, how can they even try and get back in? They have Noya on one side. He's barely been able to have this up online, but on the other, their look at aggression is already droned out.
It could honestly be as simple as Noya getting the pick in B main. Maintaining pressure there. It could be as simple as Dodo stepping up A.
But that's going to encourage them to go back into the op now.
Team Liquid might be calling against that idea, as a matter of fact.
It's because they have the resurrection now for
Yep.
Daiki. Just wall, get your teammate back. And of course, you are trading off map control for this. You see they don't have B main. They're losing mid. And this is a read by Shopify,
This is
expecting
cool.
the res.
I really like this. Instead of fighting an A main, you fight through tiles instead. And with res in hand, the shot comes in. Still the res, and Sarah with a beautiful shot. A little bit of brilliance.
And now if you're Shopify, you go back. You leave your chamber to flank and you group spawn to be ready to absorb the aggression because you know Liquid want to flip the map.
Jelly stepping forward, the slide on in. Jelly holds the line, and now the lasers too. Jujina still there, trying to teleport into the corner. Team Liquid, so little to work with here. Completely separated from one another. Now trying to regroup, play across. Nice shot from Noya. And now to step out, Sarah will get 3 on the round.
It's the shots from Sarah, but it's 3 different reads that round that are all good from Shopify. First, they expect that heavy play into A main. Go for that fade alt play for Mel to TP up behind. That doesn't work. She gets owned on the opening kill. That's this fight here. The next one is expecting the res and walking behind to punish it. And the third, upon seeing that pressure, is being ready in CT as Liquid try and flip the map. That's that macro that Mel was talking about as a focus in the interview we just heard. Even when she's dead, still putting beautiful rounds together for her team.
Now one more would make this half not so bad from Shopify. That's going to be a tough ask. Noya does have the chamber up, of course.
Sur défaut.
Impeccable. Fans would be proud. Now Team Liquid splitting it up into the B side. They have not acted very decisively early in rounds. This could be one of their quickest yet. If they choose to speed up, Dodo is down. And now Alexis fully isolated on the B site. A smoke to try and work around as the wall is broken, and Mel refights into mid. This stun onto Lexi. But she's still alive. Mel is just doing it all herself. Shopify Rebellion wasting no time, sprinting back into the site. Sarah and Alexis are dominant, and Jujina is way too far away to have any say in the matter. It is 5-7 to round out the half.
Mel's putting on her best Daiki impression that round. Round goes wrong for you? Nah, you're the ITL, just run around and kill everyone. hit some stunning shots, and from a half that was going so poorly for Shopify, they closed it out with 3 rounds won in a row.
One enemy remaining.
Alexis as well just closing this one out, and what was a great way to end it, but for this halftime, something of a little treat. Jen Lee, she's standing by with someone who has been here for Shopify at every GCC, one of their best super fans.
Hey guys, Jen here with Sarkon, Shopify superfan now. Sarkon, you've been showing up every single time Shopify plays. So, what about Shopify inspires you? What is your source of passion for rooting for Shopify?
So it started in 2022 with Cloud9 White and the magical original C9 White roster. Really was a huge fan of them back then. And then when Mel and Lexi moved over to V1 and now SRG, I just really fell in love with how the team dynamic is, the chemistry, the teamwork, and how much they encourage and support each other. And as an athlete myself, I just really find that endearing and the right way to build a team and the right way to have a relationship with your teammates. And I feel like SRG are like the quintessential, the quintessential example of that in GC. You've seen it over the past 3 years, how much they support each other, how much they fight, and how much they want to not only be the best team in GC, but to be the best team in the world. They want to make tier 1. They want to be the team that qualifies via the Ascension tournament and eventually makes champions. And I know they can do it. I know they can do it. And so many SRG fans, as you can see in the crowd, believe in them as well. And we know that that is their ultimate goal, and we will support them until they achieve it.
네, 먼저 멜 선수와 알렉시스 선수가 2022년부터 클라우드9 화이트에 있었던데 그때부터 보기 시작해서 이 두 선수를 따라서 이제 쇼피파이까지 쭉 응원을 하게 됐다고 하는데요. 좋아하는 이유 중에 하나가 이 두 선수가 어떻게 팀을 꾸려가고 그리고 그 단합력과 그 서로를 챙겨주면서 성장하는지를 지켜보는 걸 굉장히 감명 깊게 봤다고 하고요. 같은 선수로서 뭔가 이렇게 팀과 함께 성장하고 만들어가는 걸 너무 중요하게 생각하는데 그런 부분을 너무 잘 보여주는 것 같아서 계속 응원하게 되고 또 쇼피파이 같은 경우에는 어쨌든 정말 체인저스를 넘어서 3년 동안 너무 열심히 압도적인 모습을 보여줬지만 어센션을 통해서 정말 VCT 1티어까지 올라갈 수 있는 그런 힘을 가진 팀이라고 생각하기 때문에 이 소리콘스이 아니라 다른 팬들도 함께 응원하는 것 같다고 그런 가능성을 정말 높게 본다고 얘기를 했습니다. 이렇게 해서 소리콘님 만나봤습니다.
I really hope that we have some Korean-speaking fans on Reddit or somewhere that can confirm that Jen just nailed every single word, because that was maybe the best halftime interview we've ever had and the longest translation in the history of sports.
Yeah, Jen had to really work for that one. Here's your Coinbase Econ report. Oh, I couldn't have said it better
beautiful.
myself.
That was beautiful. I love it. Completely sets up this second half from Shopify's perspective. Of course, been there through thick and thin, but Team Liquid also have stayed as a core of a roster of 4 for so long. This team also with similar heights they want to reach, but this champion's title has always eluded them.
That it has. Memories of falling short at their last GCC, of disappointment at the first in Berlin. Now an opportunity ahead of them. One half to beat Shopify.
What a strange round from Liquid. No one on A, 4 players behind the wall. It gets brought down, Noya with the kill, but Taiki is always going to be there.
But Shopify have seen this. They'll quickly call a pivot. The door is open to A.
So then we look at what tools are available in the post plant. Alexis has a wall and a slow. There's still a stun from Dodo. They get the spike down. It's going to be hard to play this one out.
And Dodo is going ahead of it. That wall, it could make you think it's the other side, but no. They're fighting CT.
Double swing. Chips away at Jujina. Team Liquid have to craft a way to play this retake against a strange wall. Do they go back in front and break it? They just go full back spawn. Right now, 1s and 2s.
Alexis still has slow orbs.
Dodo with the stun, swinging out in front of it, but Jujina just never stopped moving. And now it's Shopify that are a little bit split apart. Sarah's on the wrong side of the wall. It's just Alexis. Here's another wall gets put down. Broken as a matter of fact. Now Daiki charging forward, 3 kills for her. A wall drops, and Sarah is here for 4. A monstrous Red Bull clutch.
She could not have done that better. The wall falls perfectly to get that pick.
The timing of the drop is insane.
Literally too perfect for Sarah. And this is a round that started rough. For Shopify, Daiki does damage in mid.
Last player
You think it's over when Alexis dies in this smoke.
enemy remaining.
Only for Sarah to pull out the most improbable Red Bull clutch.
Unbelievable start to this second half. And it comes with a chance for Shopify to tie things up.
Honestly, the only reason this wasn't a 2-0 for Liquid was the pistols and the bonus rounds on Pearl. Shopify won 2 of each.
This time the pistols are even between these teams. Nike now stunned up. A great follow through out of Dodo. Playing nicely behind her own utility. No B main control though for Shopify, so gotta be strong as they come back into sight. Could even just plant for backside and hold on to Boba.
And that latter option will be their call, just leaving this late re-lurk is...
Yeah, I mean, fighting for backside and for Boba is so easy when you put down that Sage wall in mid. Cut off the extra avenue of rotate.
You saw Liquid try and do some of those ideas on their own attack as well. Putting that wall off as Gigino will throw away one outlaw. But won't be too much of an issue. Shopify had 4 other guns to hold.
So, as Sarah puts the finishing touch on this round and we're all tied up, it's time to look ahead now for Liquid.
And what it's time to do is not lose another bonus round
sure,
to Shopify.
Sure.
Like, this is a game that has gone from map to map and is now defined strictly by one half of play. And if Shopify start running away with momentum, if you lose this bonus round, the implications are huge. Remember, the final up for grab.
God. Nice,
A
guys.
day off instead of having to fight through back-to-back BO5s.
And when two teams are as closely matched as Shopify and Team Liquid, that double map advantage is huge. Going in as the upper bracket, it's the advantage Shopify had when they faced off in that best-of-5 in Sao Paulo. So now, can they convert on the anti-bonus? Issa's in a nice corner, but that stun gets that shot in first, and with Issa cross-firing alongside Jelly, couldn't do it any better.
Great work from Issa. The patience there to get that opening kill on Dodo sliding in right as the stun's about to hit. And while they're playing very similar comps, the one real wrinkle is that on defense, Liquid get this Viper, and it's so nice to have that bunker set up with slow orbs, with a Viper wall, with an orb to hold one side of the map here. Makes it very difficult for Shopify to ever go for hard hits, as this round proved.
Well, let's talk about the Viper walls for a little bit, because on pistol round we saw that wall that cuts through mid that gives you back sight control on B.
Sure.
But because Shopify are running the Sage, do you expect to see more of these more forward Viper walls because you can't give up the front of sight, or you risk just being dominated in the post plant?
Yeah, I think we'll really
30
normally
seconds
see
left.
that other like flood wall when they're playing into mid control. For the most part, it will likely be this one. This also threatens someone walking forward in main, makes Noya's job a little bit harder when she's fighting for that space as the chamber.
Exactly. Maybe even pull over Sarah if they want to fight for B main. That's an instant prowler at the start of a round.
For sure. So mission accomplished. We didn't lose the bonus round. Issa did great work in this corner.
One enemy remaining.
Now Shopify, having seen the Viper over on A. This round looks like they might want to continue. All 5 players staring down. Now, what is a strong setup from Liquid with Daiki rotating over?
Oh, Daiki's going to go for a wall boost. It's going to be a wall boost teleport, perhaps. Yeah, TP, instant wall boost. Eugenia looking down on Shopify. What a play. Instantly away.
Spike down.
And now that
A.
wall doubles up, is blocking off elbow. You can leave that space, focus all your attention on main.
Oh, and the hold is perfect. You got a one-way for the left-hand pathway, the Sage wall for the right. Shopify have to spend countless bullets to break these chunks, and even then getting through a slow orb on top. Good luck.
There's 8 seconds. Another 8 seconds gonna come in a moment with the second slow. So Shopify, you're basically forced to consider, can we go back mid? Can we find something else to at least pull players away from this site? The drone didn't see Noya. The drone didn't see Noya!
And that's huge. Noya chooses to teleport away, but now there's constant doubt in the minds of Team Liquid. Well, the step up from Sarah. That shot connects out of Jelly. Great stun behind it. Jelly playing a great round at the start. Shopify scattered. Where do these two players go in mid? They're kind of stuck. Have to throw down a smoke to guide some pathway out of here.
They feign that they're going B, but they'll call back towards Noya instead.
This is already being anticipated by Bizarra and Jujina. A quiet rotation from Team Liquid. Daiki has the download on this round. And now Jujina steps in front of that smoke. It's a beautiful shot. Now she can lodge herself in sight, set up this crossfire with only 10 seconds remaining on the clock. How can you even hope to accomplish anything? Team Liquid take this round with ease.
Such a stick around for them to pull out. The Sage Roll boost at the very beginning. Find such a massive player in Alexis. You can see it here, TP forward, wall up. And once she's dead, going for executes without that Sage Roll in the post plant, without the slows to help you out, is so much more of a challenge. But what really impresses me is the later reactions. Being ready, recognizing that of course Shopify's gonna refight mid. Of course they're gonna feign B and finish into their lurk on A.
What is this? There's another wall ready for Daiki. Just a reactive one this time. As the dart doesn't see anything, steps forward. Pushes Noya back.
Dude, she has a res and is challenging up. Who else but Daiki?
Daiki is just doing it all, isn't she?
And now she's in such an aggro position with slows, with a wall. She can single-handedly hold 5 players back.
That's nice. Do we refresh the one-way now that the smoke is, or the slow orb is down? We absolutely do. Just great stall. Dodo gets in front of things. Daiki with a good shot. Mistake was pulling away the gun, taking out the wall.
Shopify will pick up that gun.
Is there an orb to be taken in main? I'm not sure. Could be a res if Alexis grabs that one. Instead, they're giving it to Noya. So instead of playing 5 players, they want the gun. That's a big decision to make.
Yeah, it's time for her to prove why. Jelly's still holding. This outlaw could cook.
Face your feet.
Nightfall down. Jelly pushed away, and it doesn't seem like the decision is mounted to anything. Noya's not even in the fight. Jujina back in sight, and now the res is there. Noya creeping forward. Jujina is still out in the open, still killing Shopify members. So now, do we make this ult pay off? Doesn't mean anything, Shopify. Is there even time? Stepping forward, one more kill. Noya needs it, can't do it. Issa is better.
It gets so close, but the ult just barely not enough.
And it's that slow field from the kill
Yes.
that stops Noya from getting a quicker swing. That is what kills her in that one-on-one.
Her own weapon gets the better of her. And you can see how the round started. Daiki, that's
30
so
seconds.
aggressive, caught off. Made Shopify feel like there was a chance.
Your duty is not left. One enemy remaining.
Slow field down.
6 seconds, she has to swing into her own slow. And dies for it.
Nossa senhora.
That could have been a series-breaking round. Shopify know it. Effies will call a timeout.
Shopify have been losing out on a lot of these kind of early main engagements. I think even when Liquid is falling away, they're constantly putting pressure there and succeeding. I give especially credit to Daiki in a lot of these rounds. So what does Shopify want to do? I think for one, a focus on mid control would be good. Team Liquid did a lot of these rounds where they were blowing up mid with the Sage Roll. I think you have to create more of a threat. Make it feel like Team Liquid aren't going to be able to just play this passive mid setup heavy into the mains. Because unlike the double Senti comp from Shopify, Team Liquid don't really have any info tools to hold that down. So putting a smoke there, threatening that someone can lurk in, it basically has to pull players away. That's not necessarily something you need to start with, but I think showing that in some of these mid rounds
Definitely.
is a good idea.
I'd also love to see Noya let off the leash a little bit. Let her find some opportunities on the lurk. This is a map she's taken over in the past. Now Shopify up in front A main.
I'm talking about mid control, and Team Liquid have immediately seized it.
Oh, good tracking. So much damage onto Daiki. But with Bizarra in the corner. Hold on, Bizarra. Brilliant. Out of Liquid. The slow play from Shopify means nothing. A wall goes down. Shopify sent packing.
Liquid is winning this game in the main fights. They are decimating Shopify there in this second half.
And we're so often we've seen Team Liquid playing brilliant macro. It's in the micro too, the little bait and switch.
Yes.
All the attention pulled so Bizarra can farm on the angle.
So now what does Shopify have? Mel and Alexis, a 2-on-5.
I mean, it's time to hunt for Mel. You gotta keep going, but look how Liquid are playing it. There's 4 players ready for this step in. It's the obvious play.
They're walling her off in CT, baiting that no one is here.
Now Mel does have a teleport. She can regroup. There's still gonna be a drone, and she gets away, but with 28 HP. At what cost?
A heal and regen luckily gets her back up to 100.
But with the wall breaking, multiple angles to worry about. Mel needs this fight. She has it. A chance yet for Shopify. A chance more as Alexis gets that kill. Now the res though, making it nigh impossible. 3 for Bizarra and an 11th on the board.
That old duo, they made a valiant chance. But Team Liquid had basically already won this round. They dominated the fight in main. They played a very structured retake, 4 swinging together. And there's that micro, such great bait from Daiki. To make the heroics mean nothing. And this is such a change-up of what you've expected from this series. This is a Shopify on the back foot. A team that does not even lose series. Rarely maps.
Team Liquid are about to be on series point, and it's Shopify on the eco. A half buy for them. Use the paranoia off the rip, but it's always this early slow orb invalidating Shopify's util. The slide forward from Dodo. Nothing to be done about that. Meanwhile, Team Liquid stepping up B main, stepping up mid. Mel not ready for it. And Shopify realized there is no way backwards, only forwards.
They've put their full attention into A main round after round. And repeatedly, Liquid have locked them out. You only have one choice but to go. And look what you're walking into. A crossfire with Jelly on an outlaw. Daiki on the other side.
Oh, Noya down to 10 off a good shot. And a wall down to try and play into spawn again. It's a repeat of the pistol. Does it follow a similar fashion? It could just do.
Alexis just got the res online. Wants to go back and use it.
But this fight in spawn is everything. Issa revealed, it pings both players. Now the res online, Bizarra strikes home.
30 seconds left.
Shopify the ones downloaded through the walls, but it's still a 2-on-2. 20 seconds remain. Shopify not out on site.
Where do they go? They're walking back. Have to go back into A and have to face Bizarra.
And it's with pistols, 10 seconds. Bizarra hiding, tucking away. Striking on in, Team Liquid are 1 round away from the final.
They can feel their revenge. And again, it comes at a close round. It comes down to Shopify almost winning on their heroics, but failing at the last hurdle. The 2-time world champs would need to win 5 rounds in a row.
Shopify have never lost a series in GCC, and this one might get taken from them. Already an early kill, the Hunter's Fury, and another kill on top. Shopify Rebellion have nowhere to go.
Team Liquid are beating them at the beginning of every round.
This Team Liquid squad is different. A different team to 2023, where they fell just short.
After their year of disappointment, having to watch MIBR on the international stage instead.
Another shot, Noya. Could have been the key back in. As one door closes, maybe the last one opens onto B. Another shot goes wide. Daiki, Team Liquid's ferocious leader, holds down this site. Alexis and Noya, the last alive. Already more and more of Team Liquid coming on in.
30 seconds left.
Liquid are right there,
Spike planted.
ready for another final. Here comes Eugenia. Noya's not checking her back. Noya's not ready! Another for Team Liquid, Alexis! One more chance. One more for Alexis. It won't be there. Team Liquid have done it. In 2023, Team Liquid were knocked down to the lower bracket right off the bat. They had to go every step of the way under pressure. In 2025, they hold their heads high as the favorites in the final.